Good morning, class. How are you today?
Great.
Energetic, sleepy, awake,
Hungry.
hungry. So, class, before starting with our topic of today, I want you to take a look to this riddle. My journey yet to begin, a plan not yet fulfilled. What am I? Adán.
The future.
The future. Yes, but not exactly the answer. Right? No. And anyone else? Don't you have?
The present?
No. No.
Maybe it's a plan.
More or less, it's about a topic.
Dream.
No.
Wish.
No.
Desire.
No. Mati?
You
Well.
give us a hint.
It's a grammar
maybe
topic.
It's something you're going to do.
What was the last part?
Going to?
Going to. Can you please move on to the next slide? That is going to. So, now moving on to the next riddle, I have two more riddles. Please, can you move it? I'm a silent promise, a whisper intention. What am I? What do you think? What do you think, guys? The back? Yelena?
A plan? Will?
No. It's also grammar topic. What do you think?
Ah? No, I don't know.
Someone very it's going to. The answer will be going to. And now to the last riddle. Please keep you moving. Thank you. I'm the bridge between now and later. The roadmap of dreams. What am I? No. No.
The future.
And someone already said the answer.
We. Plans.
Plants. That's the answer. That's the answer of plants. And can you move it to the next? So our topic of today, the topic of today is about the use of going to. So now it leads me to go to. Okay. For the first activity, I'll hand you this worksheet. You will have to answer the following questions. You have to answer every question with the information you have. You cannot research, just answer what you think. Then we are going to, after that, check in pair. But for now, you have 5 minutes to answer this question. So, are we answering questions?
Yes.
Do we have 5 minutes?
Yes.
Can we leave a question without an answer?
No.
Okay. Perfect. all done or do you need more time? Okay. So now guys, I want you to get in pairs with someone and I want you to discuss the answers. You have 3 minutes to discuss your answers. So stand up and look for a pair if you don't have one. Guys, attention over here. Okay. Now that we have discussed the questions, let's see your answers. So, for the first one, do we have any volunteers who wants to give the answer?
To make plans and to make promises.
Okay. A second person? Yeah.
To talk about plans in the future.
Okay. And I need one more answer. Sarai.
To talk about actions we will do in certain time in the future, mostly short period.
Okay, very good answers. The second one. When we use going to, are we talking in the past, present, or future tense? Okay. Okay. You guys give the answer. The grammatical structure. So I will have Esteban come and write the structure here in the board, please. Let me give you a marker. here we have subject, verb in present, in present. Are we sure? Yes. Base form. The verb in base form. Going to. Then we have the complement, and then we have an amolus. Yeah, the amolus is not required. But yeah. Now, for the last one, Mar, what do you think for the last one?
Maybe going to use for express actions and use will for weekend.
Okay. Fer?
I wrote that will is more definitive than going to, that was short, and that will is more long term.
Okay. Diana?
I have that going to is used when we talk about intention, and will sounds more like something that will happen, but not like right now, in the future, but not as soon as it is going.
Okay, very good answers. Yadira?
I think that going to is more for plans that you are sure that you will have, and will is more for future actions as well, but that you are not very sure that are going to happen.
Kinda close. You were close, but the difference, the main difference between these two is that we use going to when we are talking about decisions that have been planned with a lot of time and a lot of thinking over it. And we use will when we are talking about rapid and spontaneous things that happens, and we don't have time to plan it. We just say, oh, I will do this. Oh, I just remember I have to go to the grocery. I will buy some vegetables on the road home.
So it's like more a random thought or
Yeah.
random.
Something that happens like this. And going to is for planned stuff. For plans, as we saw in the beginning.
Like formal plans.
Mhm. Yes.
Well, to continue, now that you've kind of get it started, showing what you know about going to, and a little bit about will and those differences, let's go formally and introduce going to. When do we use it? Can someone help me to read this? You can see it? This?
We use going to talk about future plans, intentions, or predictions based on evidence or present circumstances. It's often used when the speaker has already decided or planned to do something in the future.
Okay. As you have said, is something that you have to plan for. Going to is usually used when you have a lot of anticipation towards a decision that you are going to make, as it says. Of course, it's going to talk about the future plans, intentions, predictions. You can also talk about like maybe things you desire to do or that you have always wanted to do, dreams, wishes that actually you mentioned before. Well, if we continue. Let's go with the positive form of going to. First of all, we have the subject, then the verb be, and is are. Some of you, I think, the person that passed, Esteban, put that it was the verb in base form, or
In present.
in present. Yes, it's not exactly that because you're not using any verb. You're using the verb to be. So that's right. The verb to be, which only can take am, is, are, depending on the subject. So what do we use it? For example, I would go with am. She would go with is. And we would go with are. Of course, it will go with is. You would go with are. Later, it was correct, we used the verb in ing, going to. No, sorry, we use going to, the whole phrase. No verb. And then the verb in phrase form plus a complement. So, let's start checking the following sentence. First, we have the subject, I, which comes with the verb to be am, yes. Then the phrase going to, and then the verb in base form, go, plus a complement. And a point. Always ends with a point. With a dot, if you want to say it like that. So, of course, we have this positive version, and we can go to the negative version. It's mostly the same structure. So, let's go again. We start with the subject. The verb to be is are, but because you are going to negative instead of positive, you add not in between the verb to be and going to. It's a very easy change, but we have to take it into account. Of course, for example, no, not in this case, but for example, if you use are not, we can join this as aren't. It's a question. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, and it doesn't change. It's just a conjunction that we use to ease up the pronunciation. Finally, the interrogative verb. This one is quite different. So let's take it slowly. So we start with the verb to be that comes according to the subject that we follow. In this case, we have are, which is the verb to be. That's going to be followed by subject. Which subject? They or we or you. In this case, they. But for example, if you say, "Are you going to eat?" Is that correct?
Yes.
Does it sound correct?
Yes.
Yes. And it's completely fine to do it. Then going to again the complete phrase and eat, the base form, and of course we always end with a question mark. Okay. So, do we have any questions? Any doubts?
No.
Doesn't have to be according to what is just said. Maybe something about will, something about any other. Think about it. Yes?
When you said aren't, I don't think that's really common, or I haven't heard it a lot.
Okay,
You
can we go
aren't
back to it? It's yeah. Okay. Yes, it's not common. Usually people just go, I am not going to. It's completely fine to go like that. You are not going to. And I would probably say that 90% of people or more will just say it like that. It's not a problem. And however, when you make the conjunction, it's also grammatically correct. So although it's not probably used in the right context, or you will encounter it in the real world, it's also grammatically correct and it's technically true. But not technically true. It is true and usable. However, most people won't use it. So just a little thing to mention. Yes?
Is it more common on native speakers? Like the use of aren't, like Patty said?
Very likely, because they tend to juggle with the language a lot more. And because second language speakers that learning as a target language, they tend to go with the grammatically correct structure. So, and with the simplest one, that you don't have to struggle at all with it. So, yeah, it's probably, if you go into a country that has native speakers, that they've, I guess, evolved the language a lot, it's really easy to encounter things like that. Yes? It's all clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Now let's move on to the next activity. Let's read the instructions. We're gonna read the following sentences and put a check mark if it is written correctly following the structures you have already seen before. And you're gonna put an X if it isn't. We're gonna do that part first, then we're gonna move on to the next one. Don't start yet. Okay, guys? If the sentence is correctly written, what are we gonna do?
The check mark.
Put a check mark. Are we gonna put it X if it's wrong?
Yes.
Yes. You'll have 5 minutes to check them and answer put it correct or wrong. You can start now. ready?
Yes.
Check and pair, please. You'll have 1 minute to prepare your answers. Starting now. Are you ready? Finished? Okay, let's check it all together. Is the first one correct?
No.
Who said yes? Let's check it. It is grammatically correct, but with the structure we are using, it is not. Because let's see, we have a subject, we have am, learning. Is it the things we are looking in this class?
No.
Is that
I said it in the instructions. Using what we saw in class, go into the structure we are looking at. We are gonna determine if it is correctly written or not. This isn't a future continuous, if you can see. We are missing going to. And the verb is gonna be in base form. It is learn. So this one is incorrect. The second one, incorrect. Who can tell me why? Yeah?
Because it is in the going to, it should be, we are going to have a party.
You all agree?
Yes.
It is incorrect. Third one, she is going to apply for that job. Is it correct?
Correct.
Okay, it has a structure, it has is, going to, it is correct. Fourth one, is it correct or is it incorrect?
Correct.
The verb to be is wrong,
It should be is.
it should be is.
No.
It is.
It should be am.
It should be am. Let's remember that it's when it's the first person, like I, it is am.
Or maybe if you change the I to.
Yeah, maybe if the subject was different, it would be are. But in this case, it's incorrect. Last one. Correct? Incorrect?
Incorrect.
You can tell me why?
Because you say question, any questions, you have to put first the verb be.
Yeah, these ones are switched, right?
Yes.
So it's incorrect. Do you have it all right? Have to correct something? It's the time to do it. Okay, let's move on to the activity that's below that one. I'm going to read the instructions for you. It says, now write 3 sentences using going to. One must be using the positive form, one using the negative form, and one using the interrogative form. Are you going to write one for each form?
Yes.
You'll have 10 minutes to do so. You can start now. all finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you were not writing anything anymore. So, raise your hand if you haven't finished. You have not finished? Someone? You can say both. Either is correct.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, since you're all finished, let's hear your examples. First, the positive. Alfredo, can you tell me one example in positive?
I am going to start studying French.
I am going to start studying French.
Yes.
It is correct. Yadira, can you tell me an example in positive?
I am going to do homework during the afternoon.
Going to do homework in the afternoon. Is correct. Diana, can you tell me in positive, please?
I am going to the museum.
Going to. Is it correct?
I'm going to go.
I'm going to go to the museum today. Okay, it's correct. Now the negative. Arlen,
Yes.
can you give me a negative?
We are not going to go to the pool today.
We are not going to go to the pool today. Correct? Pati?
You're not buying that ugly thing.
What?
You are not buying that ugly thing.
Is it correct?
No, you're not going to buy. You're not going to buy that ugly thing.
Yes, you are not going to buy. Sarai, can you give me an example of negative?
Negative.
Yes.
I'm not going to attend the concert.
It's correct. Correctly spelled. Now let's pass to interrogative. Alana, can you give me an example?
Yes. Are they going to join us for dinner?
Are they going to join us for dinner?
Us for dinner.
It's correct. Fernanda?
Are you going to eat sushi today?
Correct. Esteban, can you give me an example for interrogative?
Are you guys going to keep crying all day?
Yes.
But it's correct.
Yes.
Good example. Now, well, all your answers were correct. Well spelled. The grammar structure is correct also. So I see you learned well.
So now, guys, before wrapping up this lesson, I'm gonna give you a name or two names in which you are going to get in pairs, and then you are going to create a role play. You are going to create a quick role play using what we have seen today. Going to. So I'm gonna give you a name. Anna Spencer. Anna Spencer. Anna Spencer. Anna Spencer, Esteban. Anna and Spencer. Spencer. Then get into team, please.
Spencer over here. What's the two?
Ay, los dos son Spencer.
Yeah, yeah.
How can you both be Spencer?
Don't play the game.
I asked Esteban somos simpáticos.
Que los dio aquí. Estar ahí, Ana.
Guys, who are you?
Oh, sorry. You were supposed to Spencer and Anna together, not all Spencer. Yes, my fault. Guys, you have to get together, Spencer and Anna, no Spencer with the Spencers. In pairs? No, sorry, one
Yes.
more. Spencer, in pairs. The Spencer and Anna.
Who is Anna?
Ya, dile
Oh, hell no. No, gracias.
I am a princess.
You want to be a woman, right? En resumen, you want to be a woman. And I want to be a man. Okay.
I am going to like you.
What is your topic?
It's okay. He wants to change.
We work in the kitchen, but in
Bueno, está bien eso. Ok, estamos en el chisme.
Porque yo soy un invitado.
I am going to eat pizza. We don't even have pizza.
We have rice and beans. Rice and beans.
Not really, just being free. Also better completely than this. Few the hashtags. Not to make sense. Not to make sense.
Esteban Méndez, Fernanda y Zairo. Esteban con ustedes.
I'm in prison.
I hate prison.
Pero no batallaste. ¿Cómo no batallaste?
You guys are ready?
Yes.
Do I have any volunteer to present your role play? Or should I choose? Choose.
Adán.
Fernanda, Esteban. Come, please.
invite her.
What movie are you going to watch?
The Skibidi Toilet movie.
Who are you going with?
Me and my friends, but you're only at class and sorry. That's it.
Thank you. Another volunteer? Or should I choose? Choose. Yadira and Diana, please come to the front.
Yeah, mira. Oh, espérate. Are you going on vacation this summer?
Yes, yes. I'm going to go to Oregon. Yes, because you know I like Thailand and I want to visit all the landscapes.
Are you going to go alone or with someone?
With someone. Yes. I won't tell you.
Are you going to bring me something?
Yes, of course. I'll bring you Edward. And are you going to go to visit another country?
Yes, it is. I am going to go to Colombia.
With someone?
No, I'm going to go just on my own. It's going to be a solo trip.
Are you going to bring me souvenirs?
Of course, I'm going to bring you food. I'm going to bring you toys, and I'm going to bring you what do you want?
Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Well, the last one, I will let you guys decide who is gonna pass to the front. We have 1, 2, 3 teams missing. Choose. The team that has already passed, please choose who's gonna pass.
Alfredo.
Alfredo Saraya.
Gracias por tu
For content, we are in a female prison.
Yeah.
The prison for female. For females.
You are women?
I'm a female.
Orange is the new black. Next. Next.
I am not going to eat this.
Yes, you're gonna eat
No,
meat
this is
and
gross.
rice.
I
Yes.
want pizza. I'm going to eat pizza.
We don't have pizza. You are going to eat that. No, I'm going to like.
I'm going to escape.
Thank you so much, guys. Now, just to wrap up, a quick question. What can you recall from this entire lesson? Who can tell me? You have participant, volunteer, Yadira. Okay, can you elaborate?
That going to is used to talk about future plans and to use it in negative. We use first the verb be plus not.
Okay. Excellent, thank you, Yadira. Anyone else? Alana.
That going to is used for like anticipated decisions, and that will are for our more spontaneous activities that just come in like all of a sudden.
Okay, thank you very much for your participation. Anyone else who wants to participate? Pati.
That is something that people use really often, and it is important to know the structure and the differences that are between the positive, the negative, and also the questions.
Yes. Exactly. And one last one, please. Who wants to say something about the question? Should I choose? Again. Choose. Alfredo.
Can you repeat the question?
What can you recall from this lesson? Anything you want, that you can recall.
Well, that the structure is really simple, and I think I will use it a a lot with my friends when I want to create a plan, maybe a party or maybe a road trip.
Yes. We have to be aware of the structure of this grammatical topic, because even if you say in a not correct order, you're gonna be like understandable. No. But in a grammar stuff, it will be like very wrong. So that will be all for today, class. Do you have any question? Do you have something? No? Well, thank you so much. You are dismissed.
Thank